When you're talking about a business who goes into court as a plaintiff, there are certain things that the business can ask for. The first comes under the category of money damages. You can ask for the money that it takes to compensate the business for what was lost, such as the shortfall between what was owed and what was paid. Sometimes you can ask for punitive damages if the other side acted with fraud, malice, or some kind of oppression. There's a possibility to ask for some damages that will punish the other side. In some situations, you're able to ask the court to award your attorney fees that you spent to sue that defendant. You can also ask for prejudgment interest and post-judgment interest, as well as your costs of suit. In addition to seeking damages, a lot of times a business needs more than just damages to be made whole. They need the judge to order the other side to stop doing something. This comes up in the unfair competition case. For example, if your unfaithful former partner or employee took your material, your confidential material, or diverted clients, then they have to be ordered to stop diverting clients, in addition to compensating you for the ones that they took, and they have to be ordered to stop using your confidential proprietary information. Beyond that, sometimes the court will order an accounting, which is requiring the other side to say what it did with the proceeds of the partnership or with their ill-gotten gains. Sometimes they can impose a lien on the other side or on property. The courts can compel the transfer of property, all kinds of things that are within the judicial power of the courts. So the way the courts determine compensatory versus punitive damages is that the compensatory damages are what will make you whole. So in a contract situation, what amount of money would it take to put you in the position that you expected to be in when you signed the contract? You reasonably expected to be in. In a situation where somebody stole from you or took your property, what amount of money would restore you to where you were before they took that or stole that? That's compensatory damages. Punitive damages are above and beyond the compensatory damages. And the idea there is that it addresses conduct like fraud, outright theft, that are so egregious that the person who committed it needs to be punished in a way. I mean, it's not like sending them to jail or anything, but you punish them by awarding a little extra. And the standard that the courts use is, was there fraud, malice, or oppression involved such that we need to punish that conduct? An injunction is an order by the court that ideally freezes things in place and stops a defendant from committing conduct that is going to lead to irreparable injury. This comes up a lot in an unfair competition case. So say you have two partners and one of them quits the business and then is trying to divert the customers away. And that conduct just needs to be stopped. And so you'll probably go in on an emergency basis and ask the court to freeze that in place. Another typical situation with partnership breakups is that one of the partners just unilaterally shoves the other partner out of the business. He just turns off their email access, turns off their account access, or just takes money from the business and puts it in their own account, does something unilateral. And if the court sees that, then the court may order an injunction that says, A, you got to put the money back into the business, and then B, you're enjoined. You can't take any more money out of the business, under these circumstances. So as a business who's considering going to court or is in court, it's important to be able to get a handle on how much is in dispute. What is the potential award of compensatory damages that could happen in this case, one way or the other? And what you're going to look to is, what was the size of the investment? What was the investment made in the business versus the harm that's been suffered? If it's a contract situation, what was the purchase price versus what was to be delivered? And those are going to tell you what range of damages you're in, because as we've talked about, the compensatory damages are what it's going to take to put you in the position you would have been in had everybody performed the agreement, or put you in the position you would have been in had nobody gone and done anything illegal. So as a business who's either contemplating being in court or is in court, it's really important to get a handle on what the potential court outcomes could be. What could the court award to you or to the other side in terms of compensatory damages, punitive damages, or injunctive relief? And so if you have any questions about that, you want to get those answers sooner than later, call us at the Sierra Crest Business Law Group, and we'll be happy to discuss those with you.